Hey everyone, hope everybody has their coffee ready. This week we're going to be looking at the Japanese method known as Kurinuki. It literally means to hollow out. We're going to be starting with solid blocks of clay and carving our forms out of them. Alright, let's get going. Now that we know the technique, now we have to decide what form we're going to be doing. This week we're going to be doing a form that goes along with the Kurinuki background, the Japanese background. We're going to be doing a form known as a Yunomi. Now, a Yunomi is a small teacup. It is a teacup that you would use for personal tea, or you could use it even in a ceremony. They're a small handleless teacup with a foot. Hopefully by now you've looked at some of the accompanying literature. But if you haven't, feel free to hit pause and look up Yunomi right now. Now that I have my clay and I know what I'm doing, what tools am I going to need? Well, you're going to need your ribbon tools. If you have a fettling knife would be great. If you don't, a needle tool will work just fine. You'll need your wire tool. Now, Kurinuki, by definition, is carved away and hollowed out. One of the reasons artists employ this technique is because it gives them a very organic, a very natural shape. You could, of course, smooth it out, but that kind of defeats the purpose, right? So when we're carving these, think about an organic form, okay? Lovely. Okay, I've got it for the most part hollowed out. You can see it's a little rough. I am going to take and just use my finger on the inside and smooth some of the sharp bits down. Um, Now, the Yunomi that I'm making is a footed teacup. So you'll notice that I left it with quite a bit of clay on the bottom. The interior bottom goes about to right here. So now I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to carve my foot. I'm going to use the big one. So I have a nice little roughed up foot. All right, gives my pot a little bit of visual lift. And there we go. Now, even though this pot is a very organic, very rough cut pot, I'm not leaving any of the jagged edges. I want to make sure that all of my jagged edges are smoothed over just enough so that when I grab it, it doesn't slice my hand, particularly on the foot. Because this is going to set on, hopefully, a really nice table, I'm going to smooth the foot out. All right, so I've got my foot smoothed. I've got these little edges knocked down. Now I'm going to actually carve the body. I do like a very nice organic form, so I'm going to try to make it as rough as I can. You can use your ribbon tool, or you could use your wire tool for this. Let's try the wire tool first. And now I'm actually just going to stretch it out a little bit on the thick spots. Remember, I'm a huge fan of asymmetry, so the fact that it's not perfectly round is actually very lovely to me. I got some thick spots down here I think I'm going to trim. See what I can end up with. All right. And there we have a little Kurinuki. There we have a little Kurinuki Unomi teacup. Once this dries up a little bit, I'm going to go back and clean off all the clay boogers and just sort of pat down any of the really, really sharp areas. And then I'm going to smooth this top out so that it transfers the liquid to the mouth without it being sort of jagged and rough. Okay?